So tonight was Thornton Township's meeting. I don't know if it's a regular meeting, a special meeting, because child, all they do is meet. And since Tiff is on her way out, I guess she decided that she don't need to come. So FYI, spoiler alert, Big Tiff didn't come. But here's the thing: because she didn't come, this mess was wrapped up in less than an hour. This mess was wrapped up in less than an hour. The whole daggone meeting, including public comment, and that's what we're about to take a look at because everything else was just they agreed to the budget, called a roll. They didn't agree to the budget, called a roll. They agreed to the minutes, called a roll. All the preliminary stuff. Anything that Tiffany wanted was declined. Everything that they needed to get done for the most part was either tabled or it was approved, meaning Wiedemann, Gonzalez, and Carlisle, and the clerk. Even the clerk wasn't there, now that I think about it. Loretta Wells, I guess is her name, I believe. She wasn't there. Darlene Everett with the mask on, but all of a sudden in front of the camera, she don't need a mask. She wasn't there, and Big Tiff wasn't there. So I guess they're all in cahoots because this is the second meeting that Loretta Wells wasn't there. Why isn't she showing up all of a suddenly? Let's go ahead and see what's going on here with the public comment. First off is our friend to the show, Mrs. Paul Roberts.
Being that this is a Black History Month, as a Black woman and a mother of 3 grown children and a granddaughter, my heart was broken when I saw a young Black woman who carries the title of Super Mayor take her shoes off, push aside a table, run past an elderly man laying on the floor to go join her boyfriend Kamal Woods in a fight that he started along with DeMarcus Quigley, who was kicking another Black man in the head, jumping on tables, and breaking the monitor, not to mention the microphone Tiffany used as a weapon. This is not hearsay, for we were here to witness this melee in real time. While I understand that words may hurt, violence is never the answer. Instead of learning from her mistakes and being the example that young Black and brown people really need, she would rather show them that if you want something so badly, just to do what she do, which is fight, steal, and lie. And just maybe you won't get caught. This is not the example anyone needs in their life. Recently, Tiffany did an interview claiming that someone brought a knife and a gun. And if that's the case, it had to have been someone in her camp, since everyone that comes through the front door has to go through security. As a resident, I now feel more unsafe knowing that our supervisor is willing to allow such things like this to happen and not having adequate security, since the security guard downstairs fell and couldn't get up. With that being said, I am truly looking forward to the day where we don't have to be afraid to come to the people's house. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Janelle Taylor. I live in South Holland, and I'm concerned about the new business and the approval of special services. I do believe in making sure that your community enjoys itself and having activities for them. But I think this is a little overreach here with the amount of money that's going to be spent when we really don't have a clear understanding of where we stand financially. And before we spend this money, we need to know that. I don't know how much these events cost, but I do know that there are a lot of seniors. Some of them live in senior facilities, and most senior facilities have a client advisor who schedules events for them within that facility. So they're not missing a whole lot. So I don't think they need all of these. I might attend some, I may not attend some. I am a senior, but I think we have to know where we stand, what money we have and what money we don't have, and what bills we're going to be forced to pay that our supervisor has already opted to spend without approval. before we agree to all of these. Thank you.
I'll be a little more positive. I want to say that the trustees have made considerable progress from a year ago. A year ago at this meeting was the first time that I had ever met trustees Wiedemann and Gonzalez. The supervisor would not let trustee Gonzalez into the meeting while the other trustees and she discussed what was about to happen. He was allowed in this door right before they called the meeting to order. Trustee Wiedemann and I and the public and all of the press were downstairs. We were promised that we could make public comment, and then Keith Price came downstairs to say that the meeting was adjourned after 4 minutes. The next meeting, the supervisor was not present. Trustee Gonzalez noticed that there were a bunch of $10,000 invoices in the general fund to Cornerstone Government Affairs. He asked, "What are these for?" The supervisor pro tem said, "Oh, I don't know, but Robert Hunt knows. He isn't in the meeting, but you can ask him." And of course that passed. I'm here to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I think that the purpose of the township is to provide services to the residents which are not provided by the villages or the county or the state. This is basically a welfare agency. Why do you need a politician as a leader? Why do you need to spend $10,000 a month for political consulting? I look forward to the new administration and hope that it's led by public servants. And I'm very encouraged to see the public servants that the trustees who are here tonight have been performing. That's it.
And that was the end of the meeting, wrapped up with a nice bow in less than an hour. Of course, they want to have a better leadership when Big Tiff obviously is voted out for supervisor, up in the air about mayor at this point. Mrs. Roberts started off with what happened with the melee. We all know and saw that Big Tiff got on TV and allegedly lied, talking about there was a KNIFE. We discussed that. Booger sat there and didn't correct her, which already proves, not that we didn't know, that he ain't ish, and most of these lawyers ain't ish. The only lawyers that I acknowledge are TLA and AV and, I don't know, Nate the lawyer. That's about it. We are over it too. We just waiting for Big Tiff to get them silver handcuffs. I have to be honest with y'all. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's going to happen. When this is done, she's not going to be supervisor. If she doesn't end up being mayor, she will reinvent something crazy and come back and be giving people a hard time in a different way. What if she goes and runs for trustee Chow? Now, the video that I did the other day that she just recently put up like 2 days ago is an old video. Shout out to y'all for pointing out the fact that no one was in code, so clearly it was old. But that one heifer talking about, you bet not say nothing if you don't live down here. Girl, if you don't take your big ass in your new car out there begging for free shit on some damn where to a damn gym, instead of worrying about what somebody else is saying because your crooked ass supervisor / mayor ain't got the sense that God gave her, and because you can go ahead and support her, the rest of us can talk about her how we want to. Ain't nobody saying nothing that's not necessarily inaccurate just because you choose to ignore it, because she out here pilfering through the damn towns and y'all allowing it just because she's a black woman, which has to be the only damn reason. All them people can't be getting paid. Y'all looking crazy down there. But go ahead and support that daggone woman, because there are plenty of positive comments. I say this all the time. I look at her Instagram, I look at her Facebook page. There are plenty of positive comments and people who are for Tiffany. So I just need people to understand and remember that, because just because you think everyone hates that woman and don't want her no more doesn't mean that everyone hates her and doesn't want her anymore. Hopefully by the time election day gets here at the end of the month, whatever day that is, hopefully there's a quick decision. Anyway, we're going to be watching until the end, child. Y'all let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you all in the next one.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'all self. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
Mayor,
You're going to jail. You're
going to jail, Gatto. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat. Unasked that seat.
To express my deepest gratitude to Tiffany Henya and her team for their commendable efforts to better our community.
Listen, come here. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What did your dumb ass say it?